Today, we summon the Mega Rex and some other stuff. Hey, Vadd here. Welcome to episode 26. If you have joined us before, welcome back. We need to get our 9th token so we can get our 10th token to get our Mega Rex. We need bear teeth. Thankfully, there's lots of bears on the Ragnarok map here, and if the bears aren't dropping the teeth, we can also farm the prime bears and or farm the megas, since megas also drop those dire bear teeth. So it's not going to be an issue to get the dire bear teeth. What about those compy feathers? Compy feathers should also be a pretty easy thing to farm. There's mega compies, prime compies, apex compies. There's compy compies. There's mega compy feathers in the other mega farming drops. Compy feathers are also pretty easy to get, and we got the Mega DodoWyvern arm in episode 25. Of course, we take these ingredients into our prime compy. That's right, the prime compy gets all the good stuff in it. Always doing a random shout out to the subscriber pool. I really appreciate the support. Thank you. Lion, Igor Keller, Killa Ninja, and Farik Sid. Always good to deadlift twice your body weight. If you want a chance to be mentioned, subscribe now. Right now, push the subscribe button. Thanks. On our path to getting the Mega Rex, the Prime Compy not only gets all of our good loot, it gives us these neat storage containers. I really like these storage containers. I think they're a lot of fun, and inside of here, we should find our Prime Bear token. That's right, we lost this storage. It's always sad. It's always sad when that thing falls apart. It really is. It's just a little heartbreaking. There's like this ear-splitting sound, and then we summoned in a Prime Bear. Not an ancient bear. This is our Prime Bear, which is gonna get, it's kind of cute. Well, it's dead. Its purpose is to die. That's right. We're gonna sacrifice it. We lose our Prime Bear, but we get that Prime Bear token. We now have 9 of our 10 tokens we need for our Mega Rex. Only one more token to go, and we can summon in that Mega Rex. We are so close, you can almost taste Mega Rex. There's one token we have purposely left for last. That's right, the Dodo token. If you've been following the directions I've shared with you to conquer the Doxmon in this series, you would know you need to be clearing out the swamp. We have deliberately left the Dodo token for last. Actually, go back and watch the other episodes leading up to this point. All 10 tokens have been received, picked, gathered in a certain order for a certain reason. This token's last. Why? There's the least amount of mega ingredients you can get. You can't just farm megas to get your Dodo token. You got to kill leeches. Leeches hang out in swamps. It's a bit of a hassle to do. My suggestion is to follow around an Apex Leech Prime and harvest the leeches it summons in. Super high risk, but it might be your most efficient method of farming for that leech blood. It's going to be a tough token to get your hands on. Do a little editing magic, bada bing, bada bang. We have ourselves a storage container once again. Maybe another one, a little Dodo. I mean, I guess it's a zombie. I can't really tell. It's definitely a Dodo. Bottom line, we're going to sacrifice our prime Dodo. You've seen this at least 12 times if you've been watching the series so far. Maybe only 10. Who knows what you're looking at. Bottom line, we have our 10th token. It's Mega Rex time. Finally. We've been working towards this what feels like forever. It feels like a quest inside of the quest. We're just trying to fight the bosses, but we finally have what we need to maybe take on the Titans. If you go into your docs book, you're going to see the Mega Rex is Titan Killer. This is our top tier tame. We don't have a better tame than this Mega Rex. We've been gathering these tokens for a long time. If you missed any of them, I'm going to quick throw on screen the episodes that we got the tokens in. You're going to need all 10 tokens to get your Mega Rex. I hope you're hearing me. I hope you're understanding me. Remember, you can get a full set of Manticore armor and still not have a single token. You need the Manticore armor, you need the tokens. We got our armor, we've got our tokens. Of course, what do we still need? A prime compy. It's always a prime compy. We're going to put all 10 tokens into the prime compy, and we're going to hopefully get a little bit of a fun animation. Maybe it's the same one. That's okay, that's all right. A little bit of editing magic. 3, 2, 1, let's see if we can't get ourselves a Rex. I love this storage container again. The black, the yellow, the little blue particle effects around it. It kind of floats above the ground. I have no idea why. I must have done something with my foundations. Who knows? Bottom line, we have it. This is our moment. We have our first Mega Rex. I am so excited right now, but it fell apart. That really is just the saddest thing. But if you've been watching this series, you would know that we have a lot of loot to work our way through. And we never really just summon in one thing. We tend to always summon in more things. Hey, if this has provided value for you in any way, do me a favor and smash that thumbs up button. Give it a like. Show me that you like the stuff. Let me know you want to see more of it. We're never going to just summon in one thing when we could summon in 4 things. We really had plenty of tokens to go around. And now we have more Rexes to play around with, which is good because now we can enjoy losing these containers. I learned the trick. If you put something into the container, it might stay. This time I just used a piece of wood. I only put the wood in. I haven't taken the Rex out. Moment of truth, can we keep the container? The answer is yes. We do keep our storage containers. This will be an expensive way to decorate your base, but I'm a little tempted to flex on my non-existing tribe mates with some sweet storage containers. Hey look, the Mega Rex is huge. It's tough to understand just how massive the Mega Rex is until you try and put one in your base. And remember, just like other ancients, it cannot be cryopotted, but we actually summoned in 4 of them. Why would we do that? What's the point of that? Well, it's important to understand that not all Rexes are created equal. There's a range, they all come out to the same level, but remember there's 1,375 levels, those attribute points that have been already chosen for us. You can see in these 4 Rexes I have here, there's actually a difference of 28% between the lowest health and the highest health. I have a Rex here that is significantly tankier and with substantially more damage than its counterparts. I pulled a little bit of a larger sample size here just to try and get some understanding. Don't do this. You do not need 10 Mega Rexes. Maybe if you're a huge tribe, solo player, get yourself 2, maybe 3. One's gonna die, you're gonna be sad, but you're gonna have a backup. The differences really do matter though. You know, don't feel bad if you don't have the perfect leveled Rex. It's gonna be okay if they're all Mega Rexes, but understand that if I can get a Mega Rex that has 60,000 more health, 40,000 more health than its counterparts, and I put on that base level Manticore saddle, I have an opportunity to have another 25%, health in addition with that Dox enhanced armor. That's a huge difference. Let's say you have a Rex with 1,000,000 health. That's a big health pool. But if my Rex with 1,000,000 health, I have that enhanced armor on, now I have 1,250,000 health. But if I have a Rex that only has, 500,000 health, all of a sudden that saddle is not getting me that Dox enhanced armor is not getting me that same value. So it does matter. You're going to see some difference in the stat variations. It's still a Mega Rex. One thing I'm sure you want to know is what's the best saddle for this? It's a regular Rex saddle. Max armor for the saddle as of the current state of Dox is 268. The Rex has this awesome fire breath roar attack. I really like it. Obviously, it's got a bite attack. We can also summon in some of these lava golem minions, which are super fun. I couldn't get the Tech Rex saddle to shoot. Not a big deal. If we give the Rex a Prime Heart Relic, we have an opportunity to get this flyer we can summon in. Remember, if you're watching this video at a later date, double check that this is still the same recipe in the future of the Dox mod. There's a chance that it could have changed and you don't want to lose a Prime Heart Relic. You want to give this summon a saddle. And if you want to keep it longer than 5 minutes, give it another Prime Heart Relic. I made a huge mistake here. Please don't do what I did. I purposely let the timer run out, and it turns out I lost the saddle. I really thought it would drop on a bag or my inventory. Not a big deal. I'm not too heartbroken about it. Don't do that, though. Make your own unique and interesting mistakes. I'm always on the lookout for name suggestions. Feel free to comment them anytime, anyway. Upvote them so that they rise to the top and we all can see them. This time, Dino Dragon, thanks not only for the suggestion for how to keep the storage containers, but also the Mega Rex name. And of course, Ultimate Chaos brought in Keech and Kong for the monkeys, which was another fun name suggestion. Thanks so much for that. The Mega Rexes are super cool. I pumped in some of them only attack and some of them only health points just to see how they did. And it's time we take them for a spin. Finally, we have our Mega Rex and we're gonna fight something with it. Not being able to cryopod things means you need to get a little bit creative with how to travel. I do a lot of walking around. You could be using some of the teleporters or a platform saddle. I wanna take on the Mega Reaper. And it actually dove off this cliff as I was starting to record. It was right in front of me and it ran right into the crack of doom. This couldn't have gone better. Half the time when you're struggling in a fight, I would argue you're either doing the wrong thing in that fight or you're not using the environment to your advantage. I actually really think this is the wrong team to take into this fight. The Mega Reaper was able to hit me up here for surprisingly massive amounts of damage through the environment, through the max saddle, through the max corrupted armor. Of course, the penguin pygmy, as we have talked about before. You always want to have that penguin pygmy in the late game, end game content. If you feel like you could have taken more damage and still won, then maybe you bring something other than a penguin pygmy with corruption stone. Bottom line, we are getting absolutely shredded here, and the Titan Overlord even showed up. It's not a Dox fight at this point if the Titan Overlord doesn't show up. Even just came overhead. The shadow was super cool to see. I've not noticed that before. I don't think the Mega... I think we would have lost our Rex here if we didn't use the environment to our advantage. We've outpositioned the Mega Reaper here. It's still able to damage us, and I think that we really did the wrong thing. We were able to pull it off because we had better positioning than the Reaper Queen, but I'm not convinced that was a winning strategy. I tried out the Ancient Poison Golem, that top tier Golem, and it was actually a little bit tough. I pretty much just pumped mostly health points on this Golem. It was tough because we got hit with this huge slow, and it seems like the Reaper has several moves that you just aren't expecting. It's got the regular Reaper moves, but it hits really, really hard. It's got some kind of a slowing effect that seems to not only slow us down, I think it could ground a flyer. I'm not brave enough to take any of my flyers near this thing. It's got a huge health pool. You know, all of them have around 1 million health, which was a surprise. I was not expecting the Mega Reaper to have this surprise, but I think an Ancient Golem's your best way to go with this one. It's tanky enough, especially if you're in a tribe setting. One of you could be tanking hits, you can be sharing potions. I really think that the Golem's probably your best bet. You could try and flyer, you could try nuking it. You do not need a light pet. I repeat, you do not need a light pet. This is an overhaul mod. Use your critical thinking skills. Don't stress out. There's not currently a need for a light pet, but it does have this poison, burn, acid stuff after the fact. So run. Don't stand near the corpse. Of course, it can still kill you even when it's dead. Classic Dox. That's the last Mega. We've killed every single Mega, and we actually farmed the Reaper a little better than 50 times. One, we started getting Ancient Rock Golems. Finally, we haven't gotten that drop to complete the Rock Golem family, and we were getting chest pieces. All of these chest pieces are corrupted at the lowest corruption level. Not corrupted medium, not corrupted max. I don't think it drops higher than the minimum level, at least not in 50 plus. Okay, 68 tries, whatever. Hey, if you need a corrupted chest piece, it's not a bad spot to farm. And it also drops some Ferox Prime summonings, which is really exciting because if you remember when we talked about the Ferox Prime summon, the Ferox Prime not only doesn't need a saddle, but it also has another evolution. We can get our own Reaper, finally. Also, the Reaper is going to need that Mega Zombie Wyvern brain, which we fought back in episode 23. Check that out if you missed that fight. Once you get the Apex Reaper summoning artifact, just like with the Ferox, it does not need a saddle. They get their benefits from having that Corruption Stone and the pure Corruption Crystal. Without those two stones, I don't think it's worth bringing out your Ferox. It's also not really worth bringing out your Reaper. They do seem to share the buff, just like with the Feroxes if I was close enough. And the Reaper's got several fun moves. We have kind of this tail whip, kind of these little orbs we throw out. We've got a bite, we've got a spin attack, and we've got this needly thistle throw attack. I think some of these might even ground some Mega Flyers. I hope everyone's excited as the series progresses. We are getting so close to that time where there's only one thing left to fight. I think that is going to be about all for this episode. Until next time, if you learned something or enjoyed this video, share it with a friend. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. If you have joined and enjoyed before, welcome back. If you would like to see more quality content, please consider joining me in supporting the channel through Patreon and utilizing the affiliated links. Thanks!